Welcome to Magic Gathering Start. I'm Dan. I am taking a farewell in Standard Pauper to Gary, but this is too many Garys for my taste. This is Mono Black Exploit Splashing Treasure Cruise, and we are so close to rotation. So I just had to play this one more time. That it might be more than one time though. I'm playing this on September 28th. So worst case, you will see this after rotation. No, that can't happen. Rotation is much later. Sorry, I'm confused. All right, Thornwood Falls. I'm gonna play Dutiful Attendant. Elvish Visionary versus Farika's Chosen. That's a match the Visionary wins because he gave the other guy a card. Now I don't want to play Dutiful Attendant anymore. Now I want to use this. So I can play Vulture's Aven on time. I can't really attack here. And I can't block either. I'm just dominated by the Visionary. So which deck plays Elvish Visionary in Standard Pauper? Standard Pauper Elves. He should now attack with Elvish Visionary, but he didn't. Why didn't he? I am just gonna happily exploit the Death Touch guy here. For the cards. He did his job, protected me from 1 point of damage. Good work, Farika Chosen. That's why Farika chose you. And we are going to exploit Farika's Chosen. Ta-da! And we have beautiful things ahead of us. I will block with the Aven and eat a combo trick. So what's my next player? Invasive Species. Returning Visionary to his hand. That's pretty good, isn't it? The sheer value. Whoa! Epic confrontation. But, well, I guess I'm just gonna rain Garys. Or do we want to play Farika's Chosen here? Or Dutiful Attendant? We don't really have to yet. Dutiful Attendant, but then we really don't have a target for the Aven. No, I'm just gonna cast Gary here, as he is a pretty good blocker too. And chaining Garys here seems nice. And eventually, Gurmag Angler will just take over. We could have cast Gurmag Angler. Maybe that was the better play, but we need a target for the Attendant. There is an Aven. Now play the Angler for 6. And then maybe we'll have enough for Dutiful Attendant Aven next turn. So I am keeping Vulture's Aven in my graveyard. Gurmag Angler Delve. He doesn't cost 8. I overpaid. Okay, if I draw a land, I will do Dutiful Attendant Aven. If If I don't, will I play Dutiful Attendant anyway? Here comes the mandrill. Oh no, Treasure Cruise! That's broken. But Treasure Cruise is not rotating. You will see me play Treasure Cruise for months on end. Okay, I'm gonna swing with the angler. As Grey Merchant is pretty good at holding down the fort. He can block with everything. Or he could have a combat trick. Giant Growth is not in the format. What saves him here? Oh, Aspect of Hydra, of course. But that's just more fuel for the course, for the cruise. Typhoid Rats, Dutiful Attendant. Yeah, I think that's the right play here. I have not exhausted his resources at all. He treasure cruised, he has 7 cards in his hand. There's plenty where that came from. So what can I expect? Bounce, counterspells, more treasure cruises. That's the worst. Oh, even more value. I think I'm just gonna have to Gary this guy to death. I think he's gonna have pretty good defense. But I'm gonna even the Dutiful Attendant here. Oh my god. They have trample. That's a risk. Though not a very big one. Yeah, I think it's even here. Dutiful Attendant, Gurmagangler. Targeting. Can he target? No, he can't target himself. I think I need the angler. Can't cast it yet. Maybe I'll find something else to cast. And I did. So 5 mana for an angler. Maybe something dies this turn. So much stuff. But now my Gary is hit for 7. And 9. That's 16 in itself. And I can still fly over with Vulture's Haven. But I think I need to play Gary next turn and not Angler. Another treasure cruise. The horror. It is not profitable for him to attack yet. Gary. Green decks are just so vulnerable to Gary's. This is lethal, actually, with the hit next turn, but his attack will... Can I afford not to block? Yeah, of course he can't do 27. One aspect of Hydra does 6. So I'm just going to swing with the Vulture's Haven and play another Gary. No, it's Netcaster Spider. My plan is all broken. So then I actually have to play the Angler to get to enough mana. And I can just play it for mana. And now it's lethal. Did I count this correctly? 8, yeah, 10 next turn. So we just have to have no deaths. And then we win. We should have some way of interacting with us now. Epic confrontation or something. But he's just happily cruising along. He has 8 spells. So now he wants to tap out in order not to discard. And he does. Hey, he gained a life! What the hell? Okay, then I have to draw 1 drop now. Oh, I can finish him with Sign in Blood. That's fun. I sometimes miss that. But not this time. Carried to death. Reader Bones can't do that. All right. Do we want anything? Disciple of Phoenix is still pretty good at ripping his hand apart. And Pharika's Cure doesn't stop his creatures. I think I'm pretty happy as is. Is that correct? I think it is. It's just a dirtly creature deck with no tricks. But it's Simic, so he should have something. Maybe he has splashed for Treasure Cruises. I have heard about people just splashing for Treasure Cruises and nothing else from blue. That's what I'm doing. And I love it. Okay, this looks promising. We have a black cat to sacrifice. We have a Sign in Blood. Stuff is going down, people. We can even get the blue man, and I think we can afford that because we're playing Black Cat on turn 2, and then we can Sign in Blood on turn 3. Oh yes, that's what we are doing. Here comes Elvish Visionary. He has a pretty grindy card advantage machine going there, but it's all nothing to Gary. But Gary cares about counterspells, and counterspells might very well be coming in here. I feel that the main deck Pharika's Cure there, it should probably either be more Pharika's Cures or less. Maybe I should have gone for the rest for all his Treasure Cruises. But I haven't seen any control elements in his deck. If he had counterspells too, of course there is Epic Confrontation and stuff to the rest. What the hell is this? It's Glade Watcher! Yay! Well, I'm just proceeding with my plan. I would kill a mana elf here, but I don't see any mana elves, so I can just assemble value. Do I even want to Aven next turn? I'm gonna have to discard if I do. So maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to play Pharika's Cure, Pharika's Chosen and Sign in Blood. That's kind of a bit pathetic, but and then next turn I can play Typhoid Rats. Oh, I can play Dutiful Attendant. No, I can't. Still exploiting the Black Cat is pretty good. So I'm gonna play Typhoid Rats, Vultures, Aven. Here comes the 5/5. Disciple. Disciple looks actually pretty good here. So I think I'm just going to look at his hand and take his Treasure Cruise. Because Black Cat is doing work. already. Double treasure cruise. That's the worst. Now I fuel the second. But no counter spells. Now we can treasure cruise for 4. So I think it's too early to start dropping grey merchants. Now perhaps actually I even Farika's Q feels so weak. Even the black cat. Cast Farika's Cure. Gaining life is not irrelevant here. And the Avon eating the black cat. We randomly discarded a forest for him. And we don't draw any lands. Disciple Black Cat looks pretty good though. Or Dutiful Attendant Black Cat. We're gonna have a giant, some giant grey merchants coming up here. Ooh, wow. And we will know that the road is clear. I felt that Disciple would be enough, would be able to rip his hand apart. Glade Watcher aspect of a naturalized. Why does he have naturalize? That looks actually pretty nasty. And now I cast rain grey merchants all day. I just need to rain 2. And those things just doesn't matter. Disciple, no Disciple. Just grey merchant. And is the next grey merchant fatal? 6, 8, 9. Oh, feed the clan! Well, that's not going to win the game, is it? Sorry about that. Don't know how to shut it off. It's my iPad has randomly taken up imitating my phone. I'm gonna have to move that. Sorry about that. Okay, well, some people are happy to see Grey Merchant leave. I don't know what they're talking about. Here we could attack, right, oh, he has plenty of life, he cast Feed the Clan. But the next Grey Merchant will just kill him. And I have 38 life. And another Grey Merchant for good measure. Grey Merchant to Asphodel. Maybe somewhat broken in this format. But no, it didn't win every tournament. Actually, I had to look hard to find a deck. I find a blue-black control deck with 4 Treasure Cruise and 4 Garys that made top 8 in the latest SPDC, but it wasn't a deck like this that won. Actually, Rakdos Grind won by Dr. Chris Baker, and he didn't even play Grey Merchant. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook, facebook.com/magicgatheringstrat or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.